Fröhlichen guten Servus, Kinder, das Studio ist wieder mal am Start mit einer neuen Folge von Trails of Cold Steel. Und wir haben den zweiten Untergrundflur hier aus dem Oldschool Building absolviert und damit unsere letzte Quest für den heutigen Tage erfüllt, sodass wir uns zur Ruhe setzen können. Und dann heißt es wohl wieder Field Trip, weil der wurde angekündigt. Also gab es erst Midterms und dann Field Trip. Turn to Surface, walk away. Ich will zum Surface, bitte. Das ist, was wir tun, genau. And investigation. Yep, I want. Phew, that was way more exhausting than I expected. Yeah, the monsters down there were a lot stronger than the ones we fought last month. That elevator is the biggest conundrum, though. Where could it possibly have come from? We should report our findings to the principal right away. Instructor Sarah too. Yes, that seems like the wisest course of action. Hey, eine Katze. So this month, there's suddenly an elevator allowing access to a floor even deeper below the surface. Honestly, how many more surprises does that old schoolhouse hold? There was nothing like that during my inspection last week, I can say that much. Why can't I be the one who finds all the cool stuff? There seem to be a number of floors, even deeper underground too, but only the first two were accessible. That's another mystery. I tried to find some means of unlocking the elevator so we could access the other floors, but it won't budge. If that's not the end of it, I wonder how far down it goes. In the decades I've been here at this academy, this is the first I've heard of any additional floors whatsoever. Up until last month, the floor we used for your orienteering exercise is all we ever known. So what we explored today didn't even exist until this week. And easy access to this new area presented itself in the form of a convenient elevator nonetheless. I'd heard that many of the ruins from the Dark Ages were fraught with mysteries, but this is almost inconceivable. Well, something must have caused the new areas to show themselves, but I don't have the slightest idea what that something could be. You wouldn't happen to have any idea, would you, sir? Let me think. Perhaps it may have something to do with Emperor Reichert's. Reichert's Lionheart? The very same. Emperor Reichert's left strict orders regarding that building, which have been passed down from principal to principal ever since. He proclaimed that the old schoolhouse was to preserve as is until the promised day arrives. The promised day? What does that mean? That I couldn't say, though some have speculated it ties back to the War of the Lions 250 years ago, and to Reichert's companion, the brave Saint Sandlot. Sir Leanne Sandlot? The Lance Maiden. If Emperor Reichert's words did concern the War of the Lions, it does stunt to reason that she'd be connected. She and her Eisenritter fought valiantly at his side throughout the conflict, valiantly enough to be regarded as a saint by the Septime Church. I imagine few in Erebonia don't at least know the name. Her name is celebrated even in my hometown, and I'm about as far out in the Empire as you can get. There's no shortage of legends and mysteries surrounding her life and her death, for that matter. But how in the world would she be connected to the old schoolhouse? Well, I'm not certain she is. But when I think of the alterations that have begun to occur inside the building and of Reicher's words, I find it difficult to believe that there's no connection. It just strikes me as a more than mere coincidence. I guess that's as good a theory as any. but what does the promised day refer to? Well, so little information we could speculate all night and doubt we'd be any closer to a legitimate answer. We'll just have to keep searching the ruins and see what we find. You performed admirably, Class 7. I truly appreciate all your efforts, and I'm terribly sorry for keeping you here so long. Not at all, I'm just happy we could be of help. If we discover anything else, we'll let you know at once, sir. Excellent. Feel free to prioritize other tasks as you see fit. However, you're not my personal assistant after all. Bin ich nicht? Seit wann ist denn nicht? Thanks for the help, everyone. Hehe, think nothing of it. Honestly, I want to solve the mysteries of that place as much as you do at this point. I feel the same, and fighting the monsters within serves as excellent training. I would be more than happy to accompany you again, should the opportunity arise. Yeah, it's not right for you to have to do all the hard work, Rean. That goes for all the other requests you do on your free days, too. My help's just a call away if you ever need it. Thanks, I'm sure I'll take you up on that. I'll see you back at the dormitory. Take care. Ja, ich hab Freunde. Oh, ich hab Heal bekommen. Und ich hab einen Punkt. Heal. Das war aber ein guter Heal, ne? Ah. HP gradually recovers while walking on the field. Oh, cool. Ah, leider braucht sie Tier. Ja. Machen wir es so. Hopefully. Gut. Ihr seid jetzt alle woanders, ne? Einen Punkt habe ich. Und ich habe Fie und Uses. Also das ist ein No-Brainer, zu wem ich gehe. Ich muss nach oben. Fie. Hello, Fie. What are you doing, Fie? Not much. Looking for somewhere to nap, I guess. You guess? You can never tell what she's thinking. Maybe I should talk to her a bit more, try to get to know her. Yeah. Would you mind if I stuck around here? Go ahead. It's all yours. See you later. I ain't stuck around with you, so we could talk for a while. Oh, okay. So, are you always here this time of day? Sometimes, unless I'm napping somewhere else. Yeah, I do see you napping a lot, so do you, like naps? They're okay. What else is there to do during school hours? Oh, come on, don't be ridiculous. There are plenty of things to do here, and you won't even get to do some of them when you're older. For example? There's studying, joining clubs, hanging out with your friends, all sorts of stuff. I'm in a club. The gardening club, actually. Whoa, when did you join that? I have to admit, I'm pretty surprised. What sort of things are you growing? Nothing. Right. Well, if you do end up growing something, I'd love to see it. Sure. You act like you're my dad or something? Do you get a kick out of getting involved in other people's business? Well, I don't know about that. This is the way I act with my sisters, so maybe that's it. Sorry if I upset you or anything. I'll try not to be so nosy in the future. Either way, I don't exactly hate it. Huh. He got up from the sofa. I've got to go to the gardening club. Wait, now, seriously? We're allowed to stop by whenever we want. See ya! Hey, the stairs are the Fie walked towards one of the windows and placed her foot on the sill. Fie? Up! Fie jumped down into the courtyard. Fie! Rean rushed to the window in a panic. It's okay, Fie's a ninja. Is she alright? Jumping down from here without even a scratch isn't just athletic, it's almost inhuman. Why did she learn to do that? In der Ninja Academy. Hihihi. Punkte mit Fie sind super. Ja. Dann reden wir doch mal mit dem Rest noch, ne? Und dann alle. Ihr zwei seid im Café, da ist Sensei. Gut, gehen wir zu Yusis. Er beschwerte sich, dass wir keinen Punkt mit ihm verbracht haben. Hello Yusis. Oh, it's you. Hey there, Yusis. I've noticed I see you here pretty often. Guess you must be pretty avid reader, huh? I wouldn't put it like that exactly. There's not much else to do, so I just came to pass the time. Oh. War ein Typ. Da sitzt keiner, den ich kenne. Auch nochmal hier Kias und Emma. Und Tova, selbstverständlich. I finished reading your story, Dorothy. I have to say it was a really fun idea. Especially the scene where the two guys put aside the differences and came to understand each other. That was great. So you really do understand just what makes it seem so good. It was right all along. You really could become one of us. One of us? I don't know what she's talking about, but I'm happy she's happy, I suppose. Emma, du kannst noch aufstehen und gehen. Du musst kein Yaoi-Lover werden. Ist noch nicht zu spät für dich, Emma. Oh, Makias hat wieder Problems hier. Don't expect things to play out as usual now that I'm here. Can't wait to wipe the floor with you. How dare you act so insolent? Seid halt Nobles, das ist Makias. Now that we've got Makias, things are gonna be different. They're in for the shock of their lives if they think he's down on my level. They don't seem to realize that they're wasting their time. No amount of practice is going to allow them to defeat us. Makias macht die fertig. Well, I hope all your talk actually leads to result this year. If you end up humiliating yourself like you did last year, we'll have Vice Principal Heinrich close this club down. We'll see about that. You can't close this down if you never beat us. Na, reden wir auch mit der, die da bei Emma war. Das wäre nicht fair. Hooray! It looks like our interests do overlap. I could show her something more explicit, but she might not be ready just yet. Emma, lauf! Dorothy's story certainly proved an enjoyable read. Her portrayal of the two boys' friendship was wonderful, and their interactions were always entertaining. I hope I'll be able to write something this enjoyable too. Maybe. Oder du kannst auch einfach laufen. Hey, ihr zwei. The new engine is practically flawless. Why don't you help me test it out, Tova? Want to go for another ride? That does sound really nice. I've still got some work to finish though. Oh please, you say that like you've forgotten the perks of our relationship. I'll help you take care of all of this, and then we'll head out on our romantic ride. Oh, thanks, Angie. Wonder how often they ride together. Seems like Angelica's way of helping President Tova de-stress. Oh yeah, I can imagine how that plays out. Da will ich nicht hoch. Ich könnte einfach nicht hier rein. Portieren. I heard you guys have been poking around the old schoolhouse recently. Find anything interesting yet? Not yet. In fact, I've got more questions now than answers since we started checking the place out last month. Anything like this ever happened in there before? When I was first here, there were a few rumors about ghosts appearing there every now and then, but that's about it. Nothing as big as the whole layout changing itself up, that's for sure. Why did this start happening all of a sudden then? What caused it? No idea, I might be a genius, but if I could tell you that, I'd take that insight straight to the races. Still sounds like a good place to train, so maybe you should just roll with it and keep exploring. Make sure you give me a call if you rake in some awesome loot down there, though. Well, I can't say he doesn't know how to look on the bright side, at least. Wollte mit George reden. Immer nichts zum Openen. Schade. Okay, wo ist next? Das ist Gym. Erstmal zu Fies Club hier. Are you sure you're okay after a jump like that, Fie? No problem. I'm used to that stuff. Oh yeah, that's normal. Well, as long as she's fine.
Oh, hello there, Fie. When did you arrive? Now that you're here, you can't help me. What are the plans?
Fine. Ja, ich gehe hier drüben angeln, ja. Ich habe ja Groundbait bekommen. Ich will nicht alle Groundbaits verwenden. Okay, wo sind die Girls? Irgendwo hier drin. Hier ist ja keiner. Ist ja auch keiner. Bei der Umkleide darf ich aber nicht rein. Na, ich sehe die Küche mal nach oben, ne? Oh, guck mal, da sitzen wir doch. Na, im Lernen. Thanks for helping me investigate the old schoolhouse, you two.
No thanks necessary. It's a good learning experience. My training demands that I'm able to adapt to strange new environments after all.
You're right about that strange part. It's like that building was designed to make weird things happen. Just glad that none of what we've faced hasn't gotten out yet. The scary thing is that we can't say for sure it'll always be that way, so we really need to keep investigating.
Agreed. Don't hesitate to call on me whenever you need my blade.
It's a little late to back out now, so the same goes for me. Thanks, you'll be the first people I call when the time comes. I really don't get why Ferris has to be so belligerent all the time. We're first years in the same club, so why can't I get along with her?
You could say I'm in a similar situation with Monica. Things have become challenging since I started coaching her. what a shame that it's not as simple to get along with the people outside of Class 7. Wouldn't it be nice if the old schoolhouse was the only thing we had to worry about?
Maybe, maybe not. Aber damit haben wir unsere Freunde abgearbeitet. Zumindest die hier sind. Also ab in den Park. I walk in the park. Oh, cutscene.
Is that a bell? Katze! Wiedermal! My, haven't you got a lovely fur? Who's your master, I wonder? Aww. Good kitty. Well, she's got a rhythm, so she's definitely not a stray. Aww. Katze mag das. Does it feel good? Got really pretty fur. Such a pretty girl, cat. Actually, are you male or female? I've just been assuming female, but... Ow!
Das ging zu weit, Rean. Kannst halt nicht mit Damen umgehen.
Oof.
Guess I pushed my luck. Don't think she scratched me too deep, but I should still apply some ointment when I get back to the dorm, just in case. I wonder what her name is.
Wiedermal, das ist ihr Name.
So, hier waren meine Boyfriends drinne. Hey Jungs.
That old schoolhouse really is a mystery. Who would have thought an elevator would just appear out of nowhere? It's been exactly the same for years. That was a surprise.
We're just lucky we had Elisa and Laura to help us out. On the plus side, it gave us a chance to use our combat links. They're a nice reminder of how much more we can achieve by working together. Yeah, we have to make sure that we can get everyone together next month too. There's no way we are going to get any further in these investigations on our own. Definitely. All I want to do right now, though, is go back to the dorms and get a shower. Same here. Again, thanks for the help. Take it easy when you get back. Seems like investigating the old schoolhouse is gonna be a regular thing for us. I guess it's all part of the package when you join Class 7. We'd better get used to it. What kind of guiding force do you think is behind the strange happenings in the old schoolhouse? It's truly a mysterious wind surrounding it. Yup. Hey, hast du mal wieder eine Quest für mich? Talk. Today's race had me raking in the mirror. Dolly wasn't too happy about it though. She started scolding me about how I should feel ashamed for making money from gambling. Then she made me treat all the customers to a free cup of coffee. There go those winnings. Yeah. Einfach mal die Night hier gespendet. Gehen wir mal in die anderen Shops. Was finden wir hier? Könnten wir hier noch finden. Hey, Kani. Do you know Mitch from the pawn shop? He's the only one who never shows up at our gatherings, so no one knows much about him. I've heard that he used to be a writer, though. You really have to wonder about that guy. Manly Munchie sandwiches. Art of napping. Technical guide to improving the quality of your naps. Für wen das wohl ist? In the book is the recipe you've never seen before. Tomatensandwich, auch gut. Oh, das hatte ich schon. Ja. Traditional Archery. Glanced through traditional archery. The archery tips in this book are really easy to understand. Should share them with Elisa sometime. Gute Punkte. Gute, wertvolle Punkte. The Art of Napping. This book goes into surprising detail on how to have a really refreshing nap. Seems like the one book Fie wanted to read. I should tell her about it. Of course you should, because it's Fie. Und das. Kann ich nicht. The 4 great houses convene, also violence and crossbow. Wo, ich will mitmachen. Da kann ich wahrscheinlich wieder nicht rein. Oh ne, ist ja kein gelber Dot hier. Wo will ich lang? Ich weiß es nicht. Hello. We'll be taking orders for summer uniforms before long now. Your regular uniforms are decided to be suitable for all seasons, as is, however, you're free to wear whichever you prefer. Du hast noch keine Pink High Heels. So geht das aber nicht, Fräulein. Socks that keep your feet warm and toasty. Und 10 Stärke. So Becky, well, aren't you the lucky way girl? You're a 77 customer this month. I get a wee 20% discount if you bought 3 items, but only if you did now. Really? Well, it can't pass up an opportunity like this. Becky ist immer lustig. Akzente sind schon lustig. So, how goes the midterm studying? You might want to get started now if you haven't already. Sounds weird coming from me. Studying was the last thing you'd catch me doing when I was your age. Hier ist nur Essen von ihm. Oh, aber hier auch. Mature cheese. Heavy liquor. Und ein... Ne, 2 Stops haben wir noch. So, einmal unseren Freund hier. Mitch. Servus Mitch. Do you have any idea how much of a nightmare it is to get my hands on these bullets of yours? I lost today's race to get these things for you, know. Don't worry, I'm sure your horse would have lost just as badly if you were at the track cheering it on. Oh yeah, have you heard anything about how the thing crossbow ended up? Yeah, sounds like it was taken care of by the police division I told you about. The instructor used this shop too. I wonder what they're talking about. Hello, Sensei. I'll look into whatever's going on at the old schoolhouse too. You just head back to the dorms and get some well-deserved rest. What do you want? I'm busy. I'm not a mind reader. Spit it out. Jo. Dann, warum auch immer, will ich mal kurz in die Radio Station gehen. Da könnte ja auch was los sein. Guten Tag. Ich bin wichtig. Misty is actually quite the troublemaker, believe it or not. Hehe, she likes to play off her tardiness by feigning innocence. I think she likes keeping the director just at his wits' end. Where are you, Misty? Tell you every time, don't miss the pre-show meeting, and every time you agree. When is it gonna stick? Are we just gonna have to go right ahead without any proper planning tonight? Seems like. Gut. Dann denke ich, können wir ins Dorm Building gehen. It's getting dark, so if I go to my room now, I'll be in for a night. Ich will da rein. Das ist schon richtig, dass er rein will. Oh, Emma. Servus, Emma. Evening. Did you just get back too? Ach so, Yaoi lesen und so, ne? Yeah, and we made some pretty crazy discoveries while we're at it. We're going to need to keep investigating that place on a regular basis, I'd say. Emma will mitkommen. Really? That's very kind, thank you. Maybe I should ask Fie next time too. And Uses and Magias while I'm at it. One can only hope. We really have to do something about those two already. Oh, this? A beautiful lady I ran into in town did it, or at least I think she was a lady. A black cat with really glossy fur. I've never seen it around before. I assume it belongs to someone in town since it was wearing a blue ribbon and a bell. Must have done something to offend it, though, because it got all grumpy out of nowhere and scratched me up pretty good. Huh? Thanks? Do you know it or something? Es ist Emmas Katze. Es ist sowas von Emmas Katze, die sie mit reingeschlichen hat. It's just a little scratch. I don't know why she's making such a big deal out of it. I've never seen Emma getting so flustered before. And it's night. There we go, that should do it. This textbook Emma lent me is really helpful. I might actually be able to get decent grades on next month's midterms thanks to her. Doubt I'll be able to even come close to matching her own grades though, or Makia's for that matter.
お前を助けたわけじゃない。ただ、先月の実習では手間をかけたみたいだからな。
この際、君が貴族であるかどうかは関係ない。だが、嘘をつく人間を信用することはできない。
There's a lot about both Makias and Uses that we don't know. Maybe in time we can discover something about them that'll help us mend the relationship a little. This seems like a good place to stop for a quick breather. Abendtime is about to start anyway.
ナーの皆さん、こんばんは。ミスティです。デート近郊トリスタ放送より夜9時はお知らせします。
Oh, actually, I guess it's already started. Misty's voice is always so soothing.
さて、5月も半ばを過ぎて新緑も盛りとなりましたね。新緑の季節の定番といえばやっぱりハイキングでしょうか。デート在住のリスナーさんならガラス張りの植物園でおなじみのマーテル公園、もしくは鉄道で足を伸ばしてルナリア自然公園というのも私のおすすめですね。
Hey, da waren
ル
wir.
ナリア自然公園は管理のためしばらく閉鎖されていたんですが、今月ようやく再開されたそうです。のどかな田園風景を楽しみながら奥深き神秘の森に足を踏み入れ、帰りはビールで喉を潤す、そんな大人の週末を過ごすのも贅沢でいいかもしれませんね。っていけない。学生のリスナーの皆さんは新鮮なミルクや果物ジュースをどうか楽しんでくださいね。
Haha. Das müssen wir Sensei mal
さ
sagen.
てさて、それでは各地のお便りを紹介させていただきます。まずはバリアハート在住ラジオネーム未来の三つ星シェフさんから。
Und wir haben Mittwoch. Der guten Wednesday. Academy Field. Alright, it's time for this month's practical exam. I'm sure you don't need a refresher on how these things work, so let's just get started, shall we? Wieder Monster besprochen. Still not used to these things, don't know that I'll ever be. It's changed form. Now that you mention it, this one does look different from last month. Fiddling with their settings changes their appearance too, apparently. I really don't know how they work, but it's not like they actually matters. You know, it's kind of discouraging when the instructor who's sending us into battle is so unconcerned. Alright, let's begin. Rean, Elisa, Laura, Gaius, step forward. Looks like we're up first. I have every confidence in our abilities. Yeah, with the four of us together. This should be no trouble at all. Ich darf noch basteln. Okay, dann linken, das ist ja wichtig. Machen wir die Tetris Formation. Practical Examen. Good luck, you guys. Already. Okay. Ich hab vergessen, da Lyse reinzumachen. Das kann ich hier gar nicht analysieren. Show me how it's done.
襲い来るなら迎え撃つのみ。
Meet the following condition. Cancel an enemy art.
さあ一気に行くぞ。
Okay, an enemy art muss ich canceln. Ouchie, ouch.
Go!
ここだ。任せてくれ。竜巻よ投げ払え。今だ。
隙あり。行くぞ。
Thunderstorm. Können wir alle mal ein Stückchen näher. Du nämlich uns alle bläsen kannst hier. Ich kann sich nicht selber bläsen. Jetzt mal hier einen Arc. Ah. Hat's gewirkt? Wie gesagt, dass es gewirkt hat. Gaius ist immer noch da. Condition Match stand da gerade. Das ist gut. Das habe ich, glaube ich, gemeistert. Well done. All the hard work during last month's field study and in the old school houses has clearly paid off. Haha, you may be right. We fought well together. Indeed, I would have no objections to another round. Let's not say we did. Okay, next time. Makias uses Elliot, Emma Fie. Step forward. All of us at one time? Which means... Let's just get this over with. I don't need you telling me what to do. What was that? There they go. Yes, yes, you hate each other. We get it. Are you all ready? Okay, begin! We even had one more member than Rean's group. Hardly surprising. I knew this was going to be a struggle, but I had no idea your performance would be so unremarkable. I hope you two in particular have a good long think about what you did wrong. This outcome is largely your fault after all. This is the first time I've ever heard her speaking so harshly, almost like a teacher. Well, considering the situation, it's no wonder she's frustrated. Cool, die Luft verschwinden einfach. Nice. That concludes today's... Oh, sie redet wieder. Yay, wieder viel Study. Sehen wieder, okay, wir sehen wieder, wen haben wir im Team. Group A, Rean, Emma, Makias, Usis und Fie. Ha, lustig. Alle die 4, die wir noch nicht hatten. Alisa, Laura, Elliot, Gaius. Wir müssen nach Berhard, Suburban City, während die anderen in St. Ark, the Old Capital, gehen. These assignments.
バリアハートとセントアーク、どちらもよく聞く地名だな。
バリアハートは東部にあるクロイツェン州の州都だね。
Gute Kreuzenprovinz.
セントアークは南部にあるサザーランド州の州都になるわ。
そういう意味では双方で釣り合いは取れているはずだが。
はい、ですがそれ以前の問題かも。
冗談じゃない。
Stimmt, Matthias ist schon wieder mit Uses dabei.
サラ教官、いい加減にしてください。何か僕たちに恨みでもあるんですか？
茶番だな。こんな半分けは認めない。再検討をしてもらおうか。
私的にはこれがベストなんだけどな。特に君は故郷ってことで A 班からは外せないのよね。
だったら僕を外せばいいでしょう。セントアークも気は進まないが、誰かさんの故郷よりはるかにマシだ。翡翠のコート、貴族主義に凝り固まった連中の巣窟っていう話じゃないですか。
確かにそう言えるかもね。だからこそ君も A 班に入れてるんじゃない。私は軍人じゃないし命令が絶対だなんて言わない。ただ7組の担任として君たちを適切に導く使命がある。それに意義があるなら2人がかりでもいいから力ずくで言うことを聞かせてみる？
Oh, Sarah spielt die
面白い。
Autoritätskarte. Genau das. Not seriously going to.
やめようよ。
そこまで言われたら男の子なら引き下がれないか。そういうのは嫌いじゃないわ。
Oh shit.
動力銃になんて凶悪そうな。ああ
乗ってきたわね。リン、ついでに君も入りなさい。まとめて相手をしてあげるわ。
Wieso ich? Yes, Instructor.
なんという気当たり
Oder
だ。
wir werden sterben.
それじゃ実技テストの補習といきましょうか。トールズ士官学院戦術教官サラ・バレスタイン参る。さあ全力でかかってきなさい。
俺の番だな。さあ一気に行くぞ。
Oh Gott, jetzt muss ich auch noch gegen Sensei
俺
antreten.
の番だな。
Kannst du eigentlich Rapid Thrust, Airstrike, Golden Sphere. Wie siehst, das ist schon mal nicht gut. 49, ja, ich glaube, diesen Kampf sollte ich nicht gewinnen. Break Shot, fires now facing around.
これならどうだ。そんなバカな。
参る。アークス駆動。いやすまない。
Oh, schade, ich konnte meinen S-Break nicht machen. Und wieso musste Rean jetzt mitverprügelt werden? Puh.
バカな。
大丈夫？
とんでもないわね。
あれでも一応手加減したみたいだな。
どんな流派か皆目見当もつかないが。
でもこれで決まりかな。
Aber eigentlich wurden dann ja jetzt in den Teams nur Gaius und Rean ausgetauscht, ne?
それじゃ A 班 B 班ともに週末は頑張ってきなさい。お土産期待してるから。
Hey, Logo! Eine Karte.
お疲れ様。
Oh, 2 Punkte vom Rank up bin ich. Na toll. Hey, das ist mein Geburtstag. Der war sogar dieses Jahr am Samstag. Der ist jetzt gruselig. I don't sense anyone else on this floor. Seems like everyone's already out of the rooms. Suppose I should head down too. All rare quartz and accessories have been unequipped from the other group's members. Jo, und damit sind wir dann endlich mal am Ende der Folge angekommen. Wir haben also einen wunderschönen Fieldtrip vor uns. Das wird doch toll, vor allem mit Makias und Uses. Aber wir haben Fie dabei, das ist wunderschön. Ich bedanke mich auf jeden Fall fürs Zusehen. Macht's gut, bleibt immer schnallig. Genießt Wetter, genießt Leben. Haut rein, bis denn. Tschüss.